Here are about 11 minutes of useless trivia about Eurovision 2025. Semi-final 1 is a real sausage fest. No, that's not what I meant. Only 2 entries, Albania and Poland, are led by women. For the first time in a long while, Eurovision has an official mascot. Barabarabastu is the first entry not representing Finland to contain Finnish since Letto Svet in 2008. This is the first time sauna is mentioned in a Eurovision song. This is not the first time though a Kai is on the Eurovision stage.
Ja, hallo, det er Kai. Kan jeg snakke med hende på side?
Germany is the only country to have selected an entry for every single Eurovision Song Contest. You might think after 70 years of practice we must have figured this out by now. But fun fact, no. The dessert of choice this year is poison cake. I prefer lasagna. To get down your poison cake, try the drinks of choice this year, espresso macchiato or a milkshake. Gojo from Australia is very good at making them. He means what? You can listen to the official playlist of all 2025 entries 4,222 times in 1 year. But do you want to? We interrupt this program for a quick language lesson for a certain Mr. Cash. Por favor is Spanish. Per favore is Italian. Finland has been named the happiest country for the 8th year in a row. Unsurprisingly. If Erika Wigman wins, we will have the first ever winning song with Finnish lyrics, first winner with German lyrics since 1982, and the first Finnish win by a human. The titles of the big 5 songs put together give you Mom, I wanted to be a tough guy shooting this diva. What the hell just happened? Sounds like the beginning of a crime novel. This year, all big 5 countries sing in their national language for the first time since 2007, and this year also has the most national language entries since the language rule was abolished in 1998. 62.16% of all entries are at least partly not in English, and 45.94% are entirely not in English. I did calculate that for you. Malta had to change their song title this year. But did you know that Swedish band Malta, who represented Sweden in 1973, had to change their name to Nova because the organizers were afraid it would lead to confusions with the country Malta, which did not even participate that year. So the EBU taking confusing decisions is not a new thing. Justyna from Poland returns to Eurovision 30 years after her first performance on the Eurovision stage, the longest gap between 2 participations ever. The 2 performances will actually be exactly 30 years to the date apart as she performs in semi-final 1 on May 13th, the same day Eurovision 1995 was held. Half of this year's artists had not even been born in 1995. Why am I so old? The shortest song this year at 2 minutes and 39 seconds is Baller from Germany. So you could listen to the song 198,336 times in 1 year. We don't recommend it. The shortest entry in Eurovision history is still Aina Min Pita at 1 minute and 24 seconds. The longest song was Corde de la mia guitarra in 1957 at 5 minutes and 10 seconds. Sorry, the 3-minute rule was introduced shortly after that. Tutta l'Italia, the San Marinese entry, is the first song in Eurovision history mentioning another country's name in its title, though in Petite Française by Monaco came close. The 20th word in the Austrian entry Wasted Love is... So, songs in Swedish and German are finally back at Eurovision, though there are no German or Swedish contestants. Germany sends a song in German for the first time since 2007, but Abor and Tünna are from Vienna with Hungarian roots. And Sweden sends a song in Swedish for the first time since 1998, but Kai are from Finland and part of the Swedish-speaking minority. Abor and Tünna are siblings. Sister! No, real, actual siblings. The last time Sweden sang in Swedish, the UK won. What the Hell Just Happened might be the most apt song title for Eurovision ever. Please let them perform last in the final. Tautumeita spelled backwards is Satyemutuat. Sissel is the second artist from the Faroe Islands competing in Eurovision. The first one was Riley in 2023, also representing Denmark. Let's hope Sissel is more successful. Vibe from Iceland also mentioned the Faroe Islands in their song. Apparently Sissel and Riley were in the same high school production of Grease. I didn't actually check that. I don't have that kind of time. Luxembourg's entry is an homage to the country's second winning song Poupée de cire, Poupée de sang, which won 60 years ago. The Bobby Sox tried to represent Norway again 40 years after their win, and Måns Zelmerlöw tried to represent Sweden again 10 years after his win. Both failed. The winner of Eurovision will be Sweden, or one of the other 36 participating countries. There are exactly 5 artists participating this year that are older than me. How did I get so old? The non-English entries this year are performed in Albanian, Italian, Armenian, Latvian, Lithuanian, Finnish, Montenegrin, French, Polish, Georgian, Portuguese, German, Serbian, Greek, Spanish, Hebrew, Swedish, Icelandic, Ukrainian, and almost Maltese. Gabri Ponte, who represents San Marino, had an international mega hit with his band Eiffel 65 and Blue. Dabedi dabedai. Spain's Melody had a hit called The Dance of the Gorilla when she was just 10 years old. Surprisingly not the only gorilla Eurovision connection. Justyna from Poland is the oldest female participant this year at 52 years old, while Kolelaka of Škoda Elektronike is the oldest male participant at 53 years old, which means no contestant was alive when Spain last won Eurovision in 1969. The current oldest winner is still Dave Benton, who was 50 in 2001. The country that has waited the longest for its first Eurovision win is Cyprus, with now 41 participations, closely followed by Iceland and Malta, with 37 participations. Eurovision doesn't seem to like small islands all that much. This is the first time since 2017 that the Cypriot artist was actually born in Cyprus. The last time Justyna participated, so in 1995, Norway won with Irish artists, so maybe this time Ireland will win with a Norwegian artist. Ireland's entry is about Soviet space dog Laika, for some reason. The French song this year is called Maman. The last time a song was sung to a maman was in 1969, Jean-Jacques for Monaco, who looked like a priest.
Maman, je fais un rêve merveilleux.
There were some other songs about mothers, but I'm trying to forget about those. The youngest participant this year is Kyle Alessandro from Norway, who is 18. He is still 3 years older than Sandra Kim pretended to be in her winning song in 1986. She was actually 13, liar. 6 entries this year contain lyrics in French: France, Switzerland, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Israel, and Australia. The last time a song in French won was in 1988, Céline Dion for Switzerland. Greek mythology is all the rage this year. Poland sings about Earth goddess Gaia, and Serbia mentions Kerberos. 3 songs contain Italian this year: Italy, San Marino, and Estonia. It's Per favore, and Cyprus has an homage to Da Vinci's Vitruvian Man. Is there a reason the venue this year is called St. Jakobshalle? Maybe. Justyna and Nina, the only returning artists this year, have the honor of performing in the death slot in each of the semi-finals. At the time of recording, the most streamed Eurovision song is Bara Bara Bastu from Sweden at 39,179,835 streams. Not one of the 8 most streamed songs of Eurovision 2025 is completely in English. Diversity. If Kai win, they will be the second male trio to do so after the Harrys in 1984, also representing Sweden. Kai are the initials of their names, by the way. What does that remind me of? If Sweden actually wins, they will be the lone record holders with 8 wins, and Ireland will not lead the win count for the first time since 1993, when they took over from France and Luxembourg. And Petra Mede could also equal Katie Boyle's record of hosting 4 times. After this year, there are 1,795 Eurovision songs. This is the second year in a row Croatia is represented by a Marco. Tommy Cash from Estonia has a song with Charlie XCX. 2025 was poised to be the first edition to have 38 participating countries, but the curse of 38 struck again when Moldova withdrew. This was also the first time a country withdrew because they thought their national final was just too bad.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry.
The last time Moldova was not in Eurovision, so the year before their debut, Ukraine won. The last time Eurovision had 37 participants, Switzerland won, because it was last year. Basel is the third Swiss city to host Eurovision after Lausanne and Lugano, which means each Swiss language region has now hosted Eurovision once, except Rätoromansch. So see you in Graubünden in 2058 or something. Was? Ja, ich komme.